we know that the future of Marvel is looking rather interesting, and certainly a few of these are going to be rather risky. Nothing could be more risky than the upcoming Eternals. And now Kevin Feige, the man running Marvel Studios, opens up about why this film has to happen and why the risk is worth it. Now, when you look back at the MCU, I think you can safely say that everything was a risk, from the first film with Iron Man to going out to Universal and making that Incredible Hulk deal to retroactively add pieces to connect it to the MCU. Then, of course, Captain America, Thor, the Avengers, Ant-Man, and of course, the biggest one, Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, that was probably the riskiest one. But if you look at the Eternals, that is an even bigger risk considering how big and how time-spanning that film is going to be. Now, here is what Kevin Feige had to say in regards to this, which of course you guys can find a link to it in the description down below. He says, and I quote, "It is a very big movie. It is a very expensive movie. And we are making it because we believe in the director's vision, and we believe in what those characters can do, and we believe we can continue to grow and evolve and change and push our own genre forward." That's a risk if I've ever heard one. Now, we don't really know what the budget of this film is. There are reports out there that is close to $250 million. I'm willing to believe that it's probably a little less than that. That's an Avengers level budget. If it was more realistically, I'd say you're probably looking at 175 to 200 with marketing 400, and they're probably looking at this at a $850 to $1 billion franchise. So it makes sense that they would want slightly higher than some of the other stuff, considering all the crazy visuals. Now, when you think about this, they got a pretty big actress in there with Angelina Jolie, and we know her asking price is rather steep. And then, of course, they're balancing this out with some other actors from things you might recognize, but none of them are as big as her. But this is a franchise starter, and if you look at all the set leaks and all the reports, this film is going to go through so many different locations that they're actually building and building new CG for, that this is going to be a rather expensive thing to approach from that angle. Just for starters, we know Egypt is going to play a part in it. We know Babylon, the Mesoamerican ancient times. Oh, also space, other planets, the Black Knight, celestials the size of planets. Yes, you start to get the concept, and it's pretty risky. But again, this film is being positioned as something that's going to bring in another future. And if you guys remember, back when Guardians was being positioned in this, a lot of people just laughed at that, said, nobody's going to see this, why would you do this? But then again, you look at Guardians, and that literally lays the entire foundation for the cosmic side of things, along with Thanos, the big villain. So this film, more than likely, is going to be exactly like that. It's going to set the tone and what the future holds for the next decade and beyond.